Hi, I'm Ina with the InDe'B Quilt Shop, and I have a really fun and quick project to show you today. It is a 4th of July table runner. Okay, isn't that fun? I don't know about you, but anytime I would see flying geese, this is the flying geese, they're upside down. Oh, here's one. Flying geese like this, I would say, I don't think I want to do that pattern. I don't know. Because this one is completely flying geese. But I have found a method that makes them really quick, easy, foolproof. Love it. Really, really simple to do. I use the Elenor Burns method with the creative grids to get it to the correct size. It's really fast. In fact, this one, it took me longer to do the 12 stars in the corner than it did to do the whole runner. The whole runner, you can do this whole project in an afternoon. It's very quick and very fast. So let me show you how to make these, okay? When you use the Elenor Burns method, you are going to make 4 flying geese at the same time that are the same size. You're going to start with 2 pieces like this, okay? Whatever piece is on the outside that is bigger, that's, for me, this is this darker one, those are going to be the wings. The white piece on the inside is going to be the body. Okay, so just remember that and keep that in mind. The pattern I'm using is called, it's underneath several rulers over here. It's called Stars and Stripes Table Runner. And you notice they only use 3 stars on each side, and I wanted to do a more traditional look and do them like an actual stars up in your left-hand corner of your map, okay? So it's going to tell you the things where you are. Now, one of the things it's going to tell you is to use a large flying geese ruler and by Elenor Burns. But I really like this creative grid ones better, so I'm going to show you. So that's the ones that we have in our shop are the creative grid ones. Okay, so again, you have 2 pieces. You're going to put them right sides together and try to, pretty much match them up. If you're a person that can't lay it down and make sure it's pretty centered, you may want to cut these pieces, these squares when they tell you to cut them. You may want to give yourself a 1/2 inch square more. So for example, if it said to cut, 4 inches here and 6 inches here, you're going to cut 4.5 inches here and 6.5 inches instead. That gives you just a little bit more leeway, a little bit more juggle room if you didn't get it right squared on, okay? If you do the measurements according to the pattern, you need to make sure they're pretty centered and squared. You have a little leeway, but not as much as if you had a 1/2 inch extra all around. So you want to do that, and then you're going to draw, let me bring you down here. You're going to draw 2 lines. So this is the ruler that I really love to use for this. That is this Creative Grids ruler. Really great to draw, and you'll see on here that I have 3 lines. I've got the 2 sewing lines and the center line. And you could choose to just even draw a center line and cut and then sew the 2 together. But I like to keep mine together. I feel like you get an accurate 1/4 inch. Things don't switch on you or whatever. You can just pin 2 times, one here, and you're all set to go. So this one you want to go down the center and do the center seam as well as the side seam and the other sewing seam right there. Sewing line, not seam. Well, it's the sewing line for the seam, okay? When you get done with this, you're going to cut them in half. And you'll end up with 2 pieces that look like this, okay? So what you're going to do now is you're going to match corner to corner and corner to corner. Do not match the seams. That's not what you're going for. You're going for corner to corner and corner to corner. And then you're going to want to use this ruler again. And I would at this point go ahead and pin, like right here in the middle, so things don't move on you. And you're going to want to draw your lines. I love this line because you get a pink, you get a white, you get like a pencil. So I've already drawn the pencil one. You can see that one here. But the pencil, I'm never going to see it on this side. The white, not so much either. So I'm going to finish this up using the pink lead, because the pink lead, you can really see what's going on. And we'll just do that one. Make sure we're all straight out there. And then I'm going to do my last one over here. Yeah. And pink is like my favorite color. It's probably, if I run out of any color first, it's going to be pink. Because pink just happens to work for all those that don't work as well. So can you see that pink right there? You can see the line, and you can see really easily how easy it is to go in and sew your the two outside lines and your cutting line, okay? Then when you get done with that, you're going to cut it in half, and you're going to end up with a piece that looks like this, okay? And if you open it up, that's what it looks like on the inside. But this is going to give me 2 flying geese, okay? Remember my body and my wings. So when I cut it off, there's your 2 wings, there's your body, all right? So I'm gonna take this, and I want to make sure I can see where the center is between these 2 right here. And I'm gonna just make a little snip, and you can snip all the way to the stitch line. It's not gonna matter because you're gonna cut through that anyway. And then you wanna press it, and you wanna always press away from the body. So here we're gonna just do a finger press away from the body, and that's where that cut comes in handy, because you're going to do the other press. So there you have it. And you can see where that clip is gonna allow you to press in opposite directions, just there. Then you're going to take it, and we're going to cut it down, okay? And you could cut in half if you wanted to, but I'm just gonna use this ruler. So let's see if I can do this so you can see it, okay? Here is the Creative Grid rulers. It has 8 different sizes. If you get the Elenor Burns ones, they only do 4 sizes. I think you have to get their extra large one, and it's like a bulky extra large to get all 8 sizes. I really like how Creative Grids has condensed theirs and makes it much easier to get the side. And here you see that you have trim 1 and trim 2. Now, when you're doing trim 1, you're gonna use, it tells you right here what size, finish size you need, and that's what to trim you're going to use, okay? So I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna line this up in here with the trim size, and I think I'm doing a D with this, because I think I have to double check how big this was again. Oh, that's the finished size, unfinished size. Okay, wait, hang on 1 second. I think I'm doing a 2 by 4. Okay, so I just look on here, and I'm going to do a 2 by 4, which is D, which is what I thought that I would need, is the D. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up, and this is my first trim. Okay, I'm going to go up the side here, and then I'm going to go across. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to find that D again, and actually just bring it down, your D down this way, because the D is where you're going to line it up on. There we go. There's my D. Okay, let me flip this around. That makes sense why you would need to do the other. You're flipping the flying geese instead of the ruler. Or both, or whatever, okay? So I'm gonna line that up pretty good, and then I'm going to take off that part and this part. And there you have it, a perfect flying geese. You do the same thing with the other one. We're gonna do the first trim with the size that I need, which is D. I'm gonna line that up with it, get it all squared off there. Okay, and then I'm going to flip this around and this one around, so I can do the bottom half and the other side. No matter which one you get, you're going to have 2 trims, whatever ruler you use. If you're perfect and you can do these without having any problems, so there you go. There's your 2. You would get another 2 out of this, and you would have 4 of them. It was so incredibly fast. I made one of them. So I would encourage you to make one of these squares. It will give you 4 geese just to try it to see how it's going and if it's going to turn out how you want it to. And then make the rest of them all at once. And I just sat down and just zip, 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 and I was done. So that's how you do the flying geese. So this is the Creative Grids Ultimate Flying Geese tool that's on our website, as well as we have this ruler if you don't have one like this. Really, really like that one, okay? And then the stars, you're going to take Ultra Heat Bond or whatever, and you are gonna, take your star cut from the other side. You can put it on, it will show up underneath, and you can cut out as many of these stars in whatever shape that you want them to be. You cut this one, then you're going to take your white fabric and you're going to iron it to the back of the fabric. You're going to cut out your star, and then when you flip it over, all you need to do then is just bend one little corner. It will separate. You pull off the paper, and now your star is ready to put on your fabric. And then I just used a buttonhole stitch. Okay, so you can see up close, you can see my little buttonhole stitch. Now, I don't know if your machine all has a buttonhole stitch. You can also do a zigzag stitch. You can also do just a straight stitch. But I like a buttonhole stitch because I feel like it really catches the edge and it reinforces the corner when you turn and go the other direction. So that's what I did for mine. Made it really, really easy to do all of this and have a really fun, fast has a really fun fast runner. So that is my stars and stripes runner for you today. So hopefully this is something that you'll look at and you'll be encouraged and say, oh, I think I can tackle this. I'm going to try this with the flying geese and see how well it does. And it's just a lot of fun. It was really great and really good. And this one is small enough. You could even do the quilting on your own machine if you wanted to, in whatever, stitch you want to do with that. It would be really fun to do that, and an easy enough one because it's a table runner. Now you might want to know about the quilt behind me. The quilt behind me is a free quilt that you can get in the Moda Bake Shop. I did place it on I'll see if I can find that and put it on. The fabric is no longer available, but this is called Farmhouse 2 by Fig Tree. And it uses the Moda Bake Shop 10-inch squares that you use a layer cake, the cake mixes. So I used one of the cake mixes to do all of the triangles on the outside. And then the center one is a charm pack that you cut down. And you use all of those in the 10-inch and the 5-inch. You'll use all of them. It was a really fun quilt to make. I loved how easy I made it to do all the half square triangles, to get all your squares cut out and everything, and then put them all together. The tricky part was laying it all out so that I had all the pieces that matched together. Because when you do that one stitching, you only if you do this green right here, all the pieces are that green color. So then you have to put them into your piles, put them into your bags, know what you're going to do, and then start sewing. It was a really fun quilt to make. So that's where that one comes from. And unfortunately, the line is no longer available, but any line that you love would be wonderful to use. And you just have to have a background. So that's on the Moda Bake Shop. It's called Farmhouse 2. So thanks for joining me today. Hopefully you have subscribed to our website. If you haven't, please subscribe so that anytime we post a new video, you'll be notified. And in your notifications, if you want to be notified of all the tutorials that we do, make sure you go in and change that notification to all. And don't forget to go over to our website also to subscribe to that so that you get our newsletters. So have a great day, and we'll chat with you later.